My view of future school. 석철 Kim, Charles. I will focus what teaching chorus in the future will look like. There is a program called T2S, standing for text to speech. Many students waste hours of their lives learning diction and how to pronounce words in various languages. We don't have to do this anymore. We focus immediately on how to make beautiful sound through singing technique with the help of this program. I will use text to speech technology to speak for me in this podcast on the future of schooling.
The purpose of teaching choir is to get together to harmonize and interpret beautiful music. The step of learning the notes and rhythms is eliminated because artificial intelligence will take over this part. This is because the school of the future will not teach the foundations, the notes and the music, and the main teaching will focus on making beautiful music together. The choir students will learn how to work together, this way developing social emotional skills. As brain research shows us, they will develop their higher cognitive abilities through singing. As the article, The New Science of Singing Together, by Lane and Pierce states, singing in a choir builds social connections and makes you healthier. The first step, before we get together to make music, is for artificial intelligence, or AI, to teach each member individually what notes and rhythms to sing. This replaces the typical piano accompanist. Piano is an example of an old machine that was the new device that was invented to help singers and musicians years ago. Listening to recordings is limited because the interpretation is fixed. In the new era of music learning, students will be able to reinterpret old music and create new music of their own. Instead of listening to BTS all day, students will perform BTS songs all day according to their taste. That's the whole purpose. Technology will become more important in the future of music making. For example, PlayScore is a program that will perform any piece of music. To someone who uses PlayScore, changes in tempo and dynamic can be applied as well with ease. I spoke with the PlayScore inventor, James Sutton, and asked him if PlayScore could have artificial intelligence applied according to the text. For example, PlayScore decides the tempo that would touch human emotion the most. He replied that this idea is too early for the technology available to us today, but it will come in the future. This means jobs in the future will deal with AI. This is some example of PlayScore performance of Beethoven song controlled by me. In the old days, it was hard for students to feel the music unless they were skilled at sight singing, playing the piano, and speaking fluently, but artificial intelligence shows what the music could sound like in its best form, and feeds it into the students' ear so they can feel the tempo, the music, the color, and many other possible interpretations of the music. Students can be musical immediately without wasting time and energy on basic skills. In addition, with AI, the student can perform and compose immediately without spending a lot of time developing basic skills. With other subjects, it's the same thing. Teachers won't need to waste time teaching basic skills in mathematics, science, etc. They can use AI to teach the students the basic information. So students in the role of the conductor can look and manage the final result, which is the high-order thinking part of music making and harmonizing. As an analogy, a construction designer can decide the final result of what a house will look like, and AI would take care of all the basic measuring and structural needs required in the design. In the future, music education will melt into everyday life. The focus of all they do in music it is harmonizing and making high-order art instead of learning basic musical training. Students are designers and conductors. With technology, music making can go directly to thinking critically and analytically, allowing the teachers to spend less time on routine tasks. Instead, they can focus on building relationships, making beautiful music, and impacting the next generation. Parent and community involvement is excellent when it comes to music. Parents attend concerts and musical groups perform for various events in the community. In current schooling, usually it's the musical groups that are the face of the school and what the parents and community see outside of the school.